Hey Zen friends, happy equinox to you. Of course, spring equinox in the northern hemisphere, fall equinox in the southern hemisphere. And I'm excited to see what comes through in our readings. We have 4 videos and we're going to focus in on the actual elemental signs. So we've got fire signs and earth signs, air signs, and water signs. And we'll start off from this Seasons of the Witch Ostara Oracle, which is the equinox celebration. We're going to have a special little spread with which in the book of this author here, they actually call it the composting spread. So we'll be pulling 5 cards to do a special spread and zero in some questions for the collective of that element. And then we'll pull a Blue Messiah oracle here for additional information for the collective. And then also chakra reading cards to see what chakra that you can zero in on during this 3-month period that runs from March 20th to June 20th. And then, as a bonus, we're going to be using this Intuitive Whispers oracle to pull 3 cards, 1 for each of the individual signs that fall within that element, for extra little flavor for each individual zodiac sign. So I'm excited. So let's get into your reading. All right, air signs. This is your equinox reading. Of course, this is for Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. And I'm excited. I really, really love this composting spread that is from the Seasons of the Witch Ostara Oracle. And so we're going to dive in here, and I'll explain what each of these cards is as we are pulling them. So give it a little shuffle here. So the first card that we're going to pull is about what challenge or trash are you facing that's actually hidden treasure. So let's take a look here. What challenge or trash? And this is for all air signs. What do they want you to know? All right, it's this one right here. So here's card number 1. And then card number 2 is how can you shift your perspective to uncover hidden blessings. So that's number 2. And then number 3 is what is the treasure hidden in this challenge? We got that one. We got number 4. What actions or steps can you take to turn this trash into treasure? And nope, they don't want any of those. 5 is what is the long-term impact of the insights that you'll glean during here? And that is that there. All right. So let us, these cards are flying all over the place. Let's just get them a little balanced here. There we go. So what is the trash that you're facing? You actually got composting. So you got the theme card here coming in. So number 8, and it says, it is through remembrance of the past that you can create a more purposeful future. All right. So we'll put that there. Let's see what else they want you to know. What else do we need to know about the trash or the challenge that is facing us? So the key words are trash to treasure, reducing waste, and recognizing blessings. So composting is a sustainable practice of turning what most would consider waste into a valuable regenerative fertilizer for plants. Not only can it help enrich your own garden, but it diverts organic material from landfills and significantly reduces a potent gas emission called methane, contributing to the well-being of the entire planet. So spiritual composting invites you to adopt an eco-conscious mindset for all areas of your life, or eco-conscious, I think is what that's supposed to sound like. Whether your reading is about love or finance, career, or purpose, this card encourages you to find ways to turn setbacks into opportunities, creating a richer soil for the future. In relationships, consider how you can use your challenges for opportunities to grow as a partnership. In the words of the great Ted Lasso, every choice is a chance. You can choose to focus on what's broken, or you can view your challenges as an opportunity to fertilize the foundation of your relationships. Perhaps this is your moment to find a new way to move forward rather than investing in what you know hasn't worked in the past. So in career or finances, this card guides you to turn mistakes into valuable lessons. Consider how you can grow and adopt a better strategy as a result of your setbacks. Additionally, how can you bring a more sustainable approach to your goals? You may need to reduce waste by creating a tighter budget or optimizing efficiency. In general, this card is about reducing your footprint, both literally and metaphorically. Make use of what you have and turn your waste into blessings. So I feel like the challenge has to do with the mindsets, and I feel like there's this things that haven't worked out well or as expected in the past have become like mud on the bottom of shoes, right? Or this waste that we feel is a waste has become heavy instead of realizing that it is something that can help us fertilize our future, fertilize our relationships, fertilize whatever it is you feel that this waste has happened. So that's the challenge. That is the trash, right? Literally the things in our life that we feel were a waste and that were trash. We realize it actually can be treasure, which is what we do. When we come to number 2 is how can you shift your perspective to uncover hidden blessings? And you got grasshopper. Grasshopper, number 18, which says, the whispers of your desires are guiding you to trust the unfolding of your story. All right. So let's see what else this brings in here for you. So what can you shift your perspective, or how you can shift your perspective? All right, come on. If my fingers will work, we will be able to do it there. There we go. Keywords are quantum leaps, good luck, and a soul song. Wow. So grasshoppers are a nearly universal symbol of good luck when they appear. And the same is true when this card hops into your spread. Its presence is an almost guaranteed sign of success, regardless of your question, but there is still work to be done. Grasshopper encourages you to make a leap and act on your plans without delay. What is your heart telling you to do at this moment? Listen carefully and you will hear your soul song gently singing the instructions for your next steps. You can trust in what you're feeling and should act accordingly. The shadow side of this card is discounting the guidance provided by your spirit before making a leap. And you can expect things to move along quickly when this card appears, but if you leap without a sense of direction, or if you move ahead with a choice that is not in alignment with your soul song, you may face unnecessary detours and dangers that could easily be avoided. You will still be on the path towards success. It will just take a little longer than it needs to. This is very interesting with this combination because it's like the things that we felt were wasted before were actually, lessons learned. I was just talking about this with my host in between readings about how we have lessons, like we realize something, we're like, oh, wow, had I known that, I would have made a different choice, but now I realize, oh, okay, that cost me, so now I can move, it allows me to make other changes going forward, and the wisdom that we glean from it helps us. And had we listened to spirit, right, we like to learn the hard way as these humans, but if we listen to spirit, we can avoid delays in that. So I like how we can shift our perspective is I learned, and it can save me a trouble in the future, where if I didn't learn it now, I might have had a more expensive lesson later, right? So the perception of what the waste is, it's like, no, it might feel like a waste, but it's really beneficial. It's going to save me more in the long run. there's a little extra thing it adds in here about bring in abundance, spiritual working. This recipe has been my go-to and has worked amazingly in combination with actionable steps to call in what I desire. Cut a hole in one red apple and scoop out the flesh. Mix together 1 bay leaf, 1 teaspoon of cinnamon, 1 teaspoon of dried basil, 1 clove, 1 star anise, I guess A-N-I-S-E, I probably mispronounced it, my apologies, and 1 tablespoon of honey or olive oil. If possible, grind them with a mortar or pestle. I guess that's how you say that, pestle. Write down your intention on a small piece of paper. I write, money flows easily and effortlessly into my life. And then place the paper inside the apple, spoon some of the mixture on top of the paper, and place the filled apple on your altar. Dress a green candle with the remaining mixture, then light it while speaking your intention. And then dispose of the apple once it begins to rot, as you don't want that energy on your altar. And maybe you'll put it on your compost pile. All right, so I love that. And then number 3 is, what is the treasure hiding in this challenge? And we've got aromatherapy, which says, there's a fragrance bellowing with the essence of nourishment that is asking for a deeper seeking into yourself. Ooh, right. So we'll put that right there. Number 4, let's see what this brings in here. So what treasure is within this challenge? So the keywords: prioritizing well-being, seeking alternative forms of self-care, immediate call for wellness. So spring is the season of rebirth and renewal, like a gentle alarm clock lulling you out of a deep sleep. Often the first thing that comes to mind when it comes to self-care is rest, which is a worthy cause, but there are many other ways to support your holistic well-being. Spring says winter's over now, and the time for slowing down has come to an end. Now you're being guided to reinvigorate, uplift, blossom, and unfold, right? Revisit things, reenact things, things that you feel you've given up on, putting more energy into them, right? And this card represents the need to seek out new ways to care and nourish not just your body, but your mind, heart, and soul, and I would add in your dreams. It invites you to consider alternative solutions to your question. So look at your situation objectively and consider what areas have been neglected in favor of other things. You may need to go a layer deeper, investigating beyond the immediate problem. A tight muscle in the body is usually a combination of several muscles compensating for another, and your situation may be similar. You've been treating the symptoms, and now it's time to get to the root of the problem. And the more literal meaning of this card is to prioritize all parts of your well-being with activities such as body movement, a digital detox, seeking out creative outlets, or engaging in physical touch. It says, consider scanning the QR code at the end of this book to download the Sensual Spring Awakening Workbook for alternative forms of self-care. Okay. And then it actually brings in a Cura, C-U-R-A, Banu, B-A-N-O healing. And it says, this healing bath will help complicated emotions and hidden scars from the past rise up, which will allow you to feel where they are stored and enable you to gently address them. So bring a pot of water to a boil, add 1 bay leaf, 1 slice of lemon, 1 crushed garlic clove, 1 clove, 1 pinch of salt, 1 piece of dried basil or 1 star anise, A-N-I-S-E, 1 sprig of rosemary, and 1 white onion halved. Boil the mixture for 5 minutes, then lower the heat and cover and simmer for further 2 minutes. Strain the mixture and add it with 1 tablespoon of honey to your bath. Light candles and incense and dim the lights. Set your intentions or pray or sit in silence and allow your emotions to guide you. So I feel like, what is the treasure hiding in this challenge? It's bringing up emotions, a question of belief, because this, I failed, this is trash, this isn't helpful. That belief that life is happening to us instead of life is happening for us. There's this belief of lack and of deservedness that's below the surface. And I feel like that's the treasure that comes forward, is questioning these beliefs that set us free from those past emotions, right? And then what actions or steps can you take to turn this trash into treasure? You've got painted eggs, card number 27. And that says, in the pursuit of your truth, you must master your own craft. All right. So let's see what that brings in here for you. So what actions can you take to turn this trash into treasure? Keywords: creativity, new life, and expression. Every year, in the last days of winter, painted eggs from creators all around the world begin to surface. They are a marvel of creative expression, coming in thousands of colors and styles. Easter eggs on their own represent fertility and rebirth. And when you add to that the beautiful array of painted images, you have a wonderful ritual of new life emerging from the depth of your soul. You do not need to be a painter to take advantage of your artistic genius. You can begin right now, working with what is already in your heart. You might feel called to breathe life into your home by seeking out meaningful statues, images, and other decor pieces that bring joy to your heart. Or perhaps you're a lover of coffee and wish to develop your skill. Now might be the time to invest in tools or ingredients that will help you master your craft. Ultimately, this card is about following your passions, no matter what they may be. Self-expression is acting on what brings you joy, not fitting into the mold of what others are doing. So this card almost always is related to the pursuit of your dreams, but it can mean a fresh love. If you're asking about someone who has come into your life recently, this card is a reminder to be true to self. And it gives a little guidance here on how you can amplify creativity and intuition through spiritual working. It says, this potion will bring you vivid dreams, downloads, creativity, and clarity while amplifying your intuition. So bring 2 cups of water to a boil and add 1 tablespoon of fresh or dried eyebright, 1 teaspoon of fresh or dried rosemary, 1 teaspoon of fresh or dried mugwort, 1 star anise, 1 teaspoon of salt, and 1 teaspoon of grapeseed oil or oil of your choice, and boil for 5 minutes. Then lower the heat and cover and simmer for a further 2 minutes. Then strain. Mix 7 tablespoons of the mixture with 1/2 cup of honey or maple syrup. And when it is cool enough, lather this mixture into your hands and feet and rub some on your forehead. Sit in a quiet place and calm your mind for at least 10 minutes. Then rinse the mixture off once you're done. Journaling is advised for the day and for the next few days. Allow your stream of thoughts to pour out. Wow. So definitely this wonderful energy of creativity and mastering your craft, investing in yourself. So actions you can take is reigniting and bringing this new birth, bringing these things that you had said they were failures and transforming that energy into allowing it to be fuel to move you forward. I like that. And then with all of this these insights you've acquired, what's the long-term impact for you? And you've got astrological new year. Dun, da, da, da. Number 5, which is what may have seemed to have an end is just beginning to fully breathe. There you go. Breathing life into something that you considered kind of dead and a failure, or you didn't want to fail again, so you kind of just lost your passion for it. The key words are starting from the beginning, renewed energy, second chance. Can't make that up. It's exactly what we've been talking about. So for many, the new year begins on January 1st, but for the astrologically minded mystic, the new year rings in on the spring equinox, the beginning of the zodiac sign, Aries. So receiving this card is like getting a chance to hit the reset button. What you have asked about is soon to get a second wind, renewed energy, or a chance at a redo. If someone from your past has come into your life recently, or you've wondered if you'll ever connect with a certain someone again, then the answer is likely yes. Not only will they make an appearance, but this is your chance to right some old wrongs. You will both be in a new place energetically, maturing in a way that will lead to better communication, thoughtfulness, and deeper understanding of one another's needs. And if you're single and looking, pulling this card could mean your past holds the key to your shot at love. So for all other readings, this card is assigned to review something from your past. And while it may not seem like it, drawing this card means things aren't over yet. Nothing's off the table, whether it's an idea, a business, a relationship, a hobby, a job, or a location. You still have work to do in this area, but this time either you or external forces surrounding you, such as advancements in technology, changes to rules or laws, new management, and so on, have grown in a way that will lead to a much more positive outcome. You can't make that up. That is so perfect here with all of this, reboot, this thing that you thought was gone and done and left in the past. It's this opportunity here for this reboot, a new year. It's a new time. It's a new chapter. And I love that. So great message there. And then we're going to go to the Blue Messiah cards here. And let's see what other message that they have for you, air signs. So, okay, well, that is your card. And these are the Blue Messiah reading cards, if you're interested in them. And you have Virtual Fog, card number 35. Beautiful greens and blues there. We'll put that over here. Let's see what else they want you to know here. So it has an old Indian saying that says, certain things catch your eye, but pursue only those that capture your heart. I like that. Kind of this energy. Don't follow your mind, your mind's eye. Follow your heart. Within every soul is the natural desire to evolve and eventually ascend, but in this advancing technological world, it can be very easy to get lost in virtual fog. With an increase in electrical devices such as mobile phones, computers, VR goggles, and more, we're constantly surrounded by energy pollution made up of artificial electromagnetic fields, EMF. And if you've been drawn to this card, stay conscious of your level of interaction with technology. Do your best to limit your exposure by limiting your time with electrical devices such as mobile phones. As much as you are electronically connected with the world, and as convenient as these devices may be, they can also cause energetic disharmony and sever your connection to spirit. Your natural state is to constantly move towards the light. Your pineal gland, your third eye, recognizes artificial EMF as light and can often become confused between real organic light and artificial light. Stay conscious, dear one, as artificial light serves none other than to reduce the effects of your pineal, both physically and spiritually. It can cause confusion and disconnection from capital S self. And now is the time to choose with all your heart which light to connect to. Wow. I feel like disconnecting from the virtual allows you to focus more on your craft instead of getting distracted and sucked into doom scrolling or another video, another video, another video, another post, another post, another post. And before we know it, hours have gone by. Now it's time to go to bed, right? Now, the chakra that this influences is your solar plexus and your third eye. An exercise that says here, limit how much time you spend on technological devices and spend at least 20 minutes a day outside in nature. Invest in crystals and stones that absorb EMF, such as shungite, Shungite. An affirmation for this is, I am awake and grounded in love as I journey into the light of my soul. Yeah, so there is this refocus of stepping out from all the virtual distractions and focusing in on your dream. I like that energy. And then we do have the chakra reading cards. Let's see what chakra will help you on this journey during this equinox season. So for all air signs, what do we have here? Okay, do feel it's this one here. And these are these chakra reading cards. And we have number 4, grounding energy here. Beautiful. Put that back over here. And let's see what comes in with this one. Now, this one is the Earth Star chakra. And it says, you've attracted this card into your world today as a sign that it's time to get grounded. You may have been feeling a little scattered with your thoughts and your feelings and finding it difficult to focus and concentrate. Yeah, both of these cards are about focusing and concentrating, eliminating distractions, right? Maybe you're feeling stressed and busy due to the many demands on you, and you're finding it difficult to create and manifest positive outcomes and experiences in your life. No, you are not alone. This is a very common feeling, and it's easy to get caught up into the whirlwind and craziness that surrounds you. There is a light at the end of the tunnel for you, and the best thing for you right now is to get centered and grounded. The most powerful way to do this is to align with and reconnect to the beautiful Mother Earth. So you're encouraged to take some time in nature. Both of these telling us to do that, right? Encouraged to take some time in nature, connecting and receiving the abundance of energy and magic she has to share. This is the best medicine for your soul right now. You may like to spend some time at the beach, go for a walk in the bush, visit a lovely waterfall, or a favorite place in nature where you feel at peace. Sit on the land and feel yourself completely grounded and centered. And when you're grounded, you feel a deep connection to yourself and everything around you. Affirmation for the card, my energy is completely grounded into the healing energy of the earth. Wow. So I love that. Definitely about being grounded, get out into nature, get away from the virtual and reconnect and master your, take time for your creativity. Take time to enhance and invest in this future that you're wanting for yourself here. So I love that. All right. And now we're going to move into pulling some specific information for each of the zodiac signs. So Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. We're going to pull a card for each here from the Intuitive Whispers Oracle. So we'll start off first here. So for Gemini, what's the special message for Gemini? Right, I think we have them all here. We've got Gemini, and then we've got the Libra, and then we've got the Aquarius. All right. And then also, we've got the Soha Mystic Tarot, which we'll use. This is the advice that Spirit's giving you for during this month. Months of the equinox, which runs from March 20th to June 20th. And if you heed this advice, this is the result that will come for you here. All right. Nope, not all those. So first of all here for Gemini, we have those and all those too. Okay. And then for Libra, have those. And they do want this top one here too. And then for Aquarius. Got that one and that one. We got those. And this one here. And I feel like this one, just the top one though. They're being stubborn. There we go. All right. So let's jump in here. So first of all, we will start with Gemini. So Gemini, you got gratitude for the past, card number 20. Beautiful, beautiful card. And that energy fits so well into what we were talking about here too. Gratitude for the trash, right? Gratitude for the life lessons that come in there. And it says, you are who you are in this moment because of your past. The good, the bad, the highs, the lows, the struggles, and the successes. However, you do not need to define yourself only through that past. You may have come through hardship in your life, but here's a chance to release your past so it doesn't impact your present. Instead, turn your focus to gratitude. Be grateful for getting to where you are now because of that past. Be grateful that you have navigated every twist and turn along your life's journey. Be grateful for the lessons you've learned along the way that have formed who you are, because who you are in this moment is pretty damn wonderful. I love that. How to find gratitude in your past. Get comfortable in a seated position and place your left hand over your heart and your right hand on your belly. Close your eyes and deepen your breath, feeling the rise and fall of your breath under your hands. Take your awareness into your past and notice what comes to the surface without judging it as good or bad. Instead of getting stuck in the memories of your past, see them as if you are an observer looking in at them. And then ask yourself, what do I feel truly grateful for from the past? And feel your heart expanding with gratitude. And then say out loud, I am grateful for the lessons of the past, and I release the emotions. Wow, powerful. So I love that. And then if you do that, let's see what this brings for you here. Let me just spread these out a little bit here so we can take a look at all these. And we'll see, with gratitude of the past, what does this bring you? All right, so you start off here with the Hanged Man. Yeah, you definitely transformation, a rebirth, seeing things in a completely different perspective, right? Definitely we can see that instead of focusing on life happening to us, we see life happening for us. And the gratitude, it does definitely bring in different energy for you. Yeah, the Queen of Wands. It allows you to step into the power of your energy. She's very connected to the spirit world. And there's this trusting energy that I'm feeling with the Queen of Wands that, with spirit, that allows you to, instead of feeling, again, like life is happening to you, you know it's happening for you, you trust that the things that are coming in and that will come in are for you. And so you fear less of the future because you trust that those things are going to be helping mold you and transform you into being who you truly want to be. Yeah, you have the Judgment card here. Here's the card number 20. Card number 20 again. This is like a calling card. It is this energy of being, one, it's seeing things from a different perspective, but it's also spirit calling you into something more in alignment with your higher self and the direction you want to go. And I feel like with the gratitude, more things come in, more clarity comes in too, especially with the Hanged Man and the Judgment card, both kind of bring in that energy. Yeah, and the Six of Swords. Six of Swords is leaving behind old ways of thinking that are rooted in small t truths, moving towards something, higher ways of looking at things from capital T truths. But it is this change of mindset that actually allows change to be sparked in the physical world too. because when our mind changes things, we make different decisions, and then different action is also indicated for the future. Yeah, so Ace of Pentacles. So it opens up a new opportunity. One, a new way of looking at your worth in relationship to the outside world. I'm no longer a victim where life is happening to me. Spirit is working on my behalf and bringing in things that are for me, It's like, wow, it becomes, like I said, from a victim to I'm special, right? And it's a good energy that comes in here. Also, Ace of Pentacles is it opens up new opportunities for you in the outside world. You have the King of Wands. So you have both the Queen of Wands and the King of Wands. So this can also open up, if you're looking for romance, the Queen and the King of Wands is divine counterparts. So it does allow this gratitude energy opens up the being able to receive in abundance, in love, in many things in our lives. Gratitude is very much an energetic, transformational type of energy that allows us to move from restriction and repulsing things out of our life to being at the energy level to be able to draw things in. So I love that for you. And then boom, Wheel of Fortune. So this shows that even your human is on board with that. Life is happening for you with this. Sometimes our human is like, how is that for me? But this gratitude from the past helps us transform. And it, like I said, it draws in abundance for us, where even our human is pretty impressed with all that it's bringing in for us. So I love that for you, Gemini. That's what they have for you right now. And then Libra, your card is Explore Fullness. Wow, what a beautiful card. Card number 35. Put that over here, and let's see what this brings in for you. All right, so what does fullness represent to you? So often in life, we're taught to thrive on emptiness, whether that is being celebrated for being slim or being part of our consumerist society that needs us to feel empty so that we can keep craving more to feel satisfied. Let's rebel and explore the glory of fullness. It will allow you to soak up the entirety of each moment, the fullness of every emotion, and the feeling of being totally satisfied with every meal. When you allow yourself to explore fullness, you may notice how many places emptiness has appeared up until now. So let's reclaim fullness as a celebration rather than a failure. Changing this perspective can change the way you enjoy your life. Think about how rich your experiences could be. Wow. Yeah. So how to explore fullness? It says, the journey to discovering fullness starts by leaning into the present moment and all of your senses over and over again. And then ask yourself, what else can I experience in this moment that perhaps I haven't felt, seen, touched, heard, tasted, or smelled? Next time you're walking, look around you and notice the colors you could have missed. When you're eating, notice what other flavors you can taste that you just took for granted moments before. And next time you feel a strong emotion, lean further in, feel its fullness, the joy, the laughter, the sadness. There is a richness of life you are about to discover that you never knew was possible. Let's get full. And I like that, and gratitude does bring that for us too. Just to kind of build upon that a little bit, because, when we're focusing on what's not happening in our life, the lack that we feel is missing from life, then there is this emptiness that we feel around life, especially when we're looking to the outside world to bring us our fullness, because we find our fullness when we turn inward and upward. We find the eternal, unconditional love that's within us, and that is this waterfall that fills us up. And when we do that, life does transform from a place of lack and falling short to a place of abundance and overflowing. But we fill up from the inside out, not trying to fill up from the outside in. So if you do this, what does it bring you here? You got the Eight of Pentacles. Yep, transformation with the Eight of Pentacles. It's like putting in the blood, the sweat, the tears, and the apprentice becomes the master. And so it also is that things in the outside world, the wheels start to turn, and it brings in abundance, this fullness that comes in here. So I love that. And then you have the Lovers. So like we said in here too, this can bring in this fullness when we're filling up from the inside out. It allows us to draw in relationships that are more in tune with our inner love and our inner fullness. And instead of looking at how a relationship is falling short and who they're not being the relationship, how the relationship isn't making me feel full, how I'm not feeling like I'm fulfilling them or the relationship, we fill up from the inside out, and then we can't love others more than to the extent we love ourselves, nor receive love from others more than to the extent we love ourselves. So the more we kind of work on our inner love, the more it expands and allows us to give and receive love to humans in a greater manner too. So this fullness of life impacts the outside world. It also impacts our relationships, whether it's romance, friends, family, or whatever. So I love that. The High Priestess. Yeah, there is this connection to spirit that comes in here. There is a little bit of time where you kind of feel like stepping away from the chaos. The High Priestess goes into her High Priestess temple, connects to the upper realms, looks behind the veil, dives deep into the emotions. So it brings in a lot of amazing self-reflection and transformation that comes here. And you develop a stronger connection with spirit too, which we love. Yeah, and you let go of expectations with this Three of Swords. It's normally the Three of Swords is like heartbreak and expectations equal disappointment, but it's releasing the supposed to be, the should be, the need to be. Like I said, whenever we focus on expectations, we're focusing on what something is not being. Where with gratitude, we're focusing on what we're grateful for and love about something, and that expands instead of more disappointment, right? So I love this release that comes in here and allows this fullness of life to really come in here. Yeah, you got the Queen of Cups too. Fullness of emotion seems to be focusing in here for you, Libra, which makes sense because, of course, Libra rules over the house of relationships. So I feel like this fullness fills up life, but it fills up the heart even so much more. So definitely worth the adventure, right? All right. And that's what they have for you, Libra. And then for Aquarius, you've got, boom, the magic of nothingness. Beautiful card there, number 34. We'll put that over here. Let's see what they bring in here for you. Oh, we're opened right up to it. So there is magic to be found in nothingness. And when you stop everything and allow yourself space, something that you miss when you're rushing around begins to unfurl. It is the space of creation, the space where an idea can drop in, a problem can be solved, an argument can be understood, or a vision can appear. So after you have heard this reading on this card, you're invited to do 10 minutes of nothing after this reading. Put everything down, move away from distractions, and just sit. Don't try to change or control anything. Instead, just observe what is. There's no outcome in mind, no goal to reach, just a pause. It should be an easy task, yet in our fast-paced world, it can feel like the most challenging practice of all, right? The more moments of nothingness we invite into our lives, the more magic begins to appear. When you are busy, you repeat the same actions and behaviors again and again without noticing. But when you stop, you realize that every moment, every breath is unique. You may just realize how much you have been missing out on. It says how to tap into the magic of nothingness. Commit to a daily practice where you can switch off and stop for 10 minutes. And if you can be out in nature, that's even better, yeah. All these were about getting out into nature too. Put away all distractions, have nowhere to be, and just begin to explore what you witness. Your mind may wander. Your to-do list might pop up into your mind. Notice it all and stay committed to doing nothing. Every day will bring something new for you to discover. Wow. I love that. And then if we do that, if we embrace the magic of nothingness and do a practice like that, what will that bring here for you? All right. So first up, you have the Tower. The Tower is this realization. It removes things out of our life to make space for something that's more in alignment with our higher self and our path. It removes obstacles out of the way. So these distractions, these things that are keeping us in repetitive cycles of thinking, it's removed from us. It allows space for that which is in alignment with us. King of Pentacles, it definitely brings abundance and fullness in. It allows us to see a different perspective. Hiccup of life. It scared me. So I love that for you there. Got the Six of Wands, victory and movement of energy. It allows, I feel like this, whatever these mindsets are that get removed with the Tower card, this allows a flow of energy to come in. Page of Swords allows us to see things from a different perspective. Clarity of mind comes in too. Without all those thoughts distracting us, we get answers in that space of nothingness. We can hear spirit more clearly because our mind's not already generating ideas and answers that are rooted in small t truth. We're able to hear more from spirit too. And the Chariot. Again, victory and movement energy I feel coming in here. There's also choice energy and decision-making that comes in with this. And in that silence, you get answers that help you make decisions because, again, your mind is being kind of paused, which allows us to hear from higher places that have great wisdom and knowledge, and they bring us answers we might not have seen before. And it allows us to let go of expectations. The Ten of Swords is, again, another transformation of thought and belief and mindset. It's realizing I'm sick and tired of trying to live up to all those expectations, the supposed to be's, the should be's, the need to be's, the have to be's, and it just clears away and gives space again, this ending and beginning, clarity of mind, clearing of mind, rebooting the mind, which sometimes, how when we're not seeing answers and we're have beliefs that are repeating in their patterns, if we'll take time to pause and walk away and step away from something, when we come back, an answer comes to us immediately that way too. So I love this for you, Aquarius. All right, everybody, this is your reading here. And if you're looking to dive deeper, please know I also offer personal readings. They went on sale in February, which is my birthday month, and I continued it into March. So if you're interested, now's a great time to get those. All the pricing and links are in the description box of the video down below. And if you want to get to know me more and have more interactions, I also have memberships, 2 levels, Zen Cricket, Praying Mantis, all that pricing and what comes with it is also listed in the description box of the video down below. All right, beautiful souls, as we're going through our journey through this equinox, remember that every second of every day of our lives, we truly are eternally and unconditionally loved by the Mother and the Father of all things, our Creator. And of course, I love you too. So until we chat again, much love, hang in there, take care of yourself, and remember, most of all, have fun. We'll see you soon.